I've heard of Radwell International a long time ago, like 6 years ago or so, when I started to, get into fire alarms. Uh, I finally bought a product by them. It was not cheap by any means. Well, usually I deal with $40 range fire alarms on eBay, but this one costs $90 plus about 10 extra dollars for shipping. But yeah, I'm gonna open it real quick. Gotta be careful not to, puncture anything else other than tape. That's happened to me a while ago. Um, yeah, just be gentle. Comes all the way from Willingboro, New Jersey. Oh. I'm about to accidentally dox myself. I was watching a Burger King parody of a Docs commercial. A Docs parody of a Burger King commercial. Apparently, showing your address is a bad thing. Okay, let's see here. That's a really good box, though, guys. Radwell International. Bubble wrap. Not packing peanuts like most of the time. Look, Wheelock. MT-24-WH VNW. I'll leave it there for just a moment. And, so you can kind of see what the box looks like by itself. Meanwhile, I'll just put the box away. Maybe, save it for something else my parents might want to use it for. But yeah. It stayed still this time. Let's see the live chat. I guess nobody is here. But yeah. Warranty void if removed. Well, the warranty has probably expired. Ooh. December 1st, 1994. Is it the date for the box by itself or for the fire alarm? Who knows? But there it is, guys. Wheelock MT-24-WH fire alarm? Wait a second. It doesn't say fire on the sides or the front. Well, yeah, but I mean, that's what they call, well, and fire alarm? You mean to tell me this is an actual fire alarm? Well, normally I would, in fact, I wouldn't say that this is a fire alarm at first. However, just a moment, just reading some of the warnings. Yeah, there's your FCC disclaimer. Wheelock. Oh, I just got a notification from eBay that it's gotten delivered. Wheelock, Long Branch, New Jersey Incorporated. Well, Wheelock Incorporated, Long Branch, New Jersey. But yeah, that's the horn strobe. Multi-tone horn strobe. Fire alarm? Are you sure this is a fire alarm? Well, according to the back, audible signal appliance for fire alarm service. Wheelock MT-24-WH, MT-24-WH, 24 BDC, which is bolts DC nominal, and variable flash rate from 20 to 120 per minute. 75 decibels patent pending, and 15 candela apparently. That H in the WH stands for, it means, I'll explain to you what it means. But anyway, 7.5 candela at 35 negative degrees Celsius or centigrade if you live in certain parts of the world. But accepted for use, City of New York Department of Buildings, MEA. Okay, that's for New York. Volume 4. That's interesting. But yes, made on the 50th week of 1994, which effectively must have been December 1st. Here's your screws, your screw, covers, and here are both of your connectors, your wire connectors, which you could screw it up into the terminal and basically just positive and negative, of course. So here's your dip switches. The first one I believe is I can't remember. Oh yeah, you could change to 12 bolt mode. Unfortunately, since this is a 24 bolt strobe right there, I think you're only going to be able to use the horn for 12 volt usage, but I could be wrong. A ver, pero pon el altavoz, un mensaje el último mensaje. Aquí. O sea, como puro engaño. Símbolo de número. ¿Será que es puro engaño? Nada, aquí no se quería. just ruined my video. But yeah. This is a that H in the WH means high output. Sometimes it says WS, which is the regular strobe, but WH would be high output. Because back in the day, like before they switched to ADA transparent strobes, they had these frosted strobes. And they still do for 120 volt models of MT. But they used to have translucent strobes instead. Now, the regular translucent strobes at normal candela output would be like under 1 candela or so. But these H models, or whatever you call them, they're 15 candela. Unfortunately, it did not survive ADA rules. And for the most part, this strobe was basically discontinued. There's also a WS model online, which is basically a normal frosted strobe, but yeah, it has the fire lettering on the strobe, but you know, I'm not sure if they still have it. I think they do. They do on eBay. And the housing case is just red instead of white. But yeah, the new Wheelock MT-24-WH horn strobe without any red, without any fire indication, other than the fact that it's apparently a suitable device for a fire alarm system, which, okay, I'll take their word for it, but I mean, it's past 1995, therefore I do not believe it's going to be good for fire alarm usage anymore. Tell you what, I've got these screws, these screw covers. Let's get them out of the box, out of the bag, sorry. I'm not sure why I can never talk. Alright, then we have the screw themselves. I think these are like 6 screws. Oh, one of them fell on my camera, which is my iPhone. So the biggest screws, there are 2 big screws and 4 smaller screws. I'll put one of these here and one of these there. Kind of like Faraday and Simplex did, which I've got one of each. Well, I actually got one Simplex horn and one Cerberus Pyrotronics chime strobe, which I'll demonstrate. I'll show you my whole fire alarm collection, which is about to get even bigger in the next few days. I'm not sure what is caked on here. Is it like the gasket or something of the strobe? Is it like rubber? Some kind of protective plastic or whatever it is. And we're just going to plug these things in. sure I'm putting them in the right position. But yeah. Oh. Crunchy. I think that's good for now. Yeah. That's a pretty rare model. Okay, doing this by one hand, with one hand, I can't even talk right now, but probably gonna have to take my hand off again. I'll try to let y'all see it here. I'm not sure if you can see, but I'm not sure what you call these things. I heard them be called beauty plugs. I call them screw covers. Push them all the way in. There we go. I'm not the best camera operator, by the way, guys. There we go. And I wouldn't expect them to fall out. So apparently this is for wall mount purposes, but given that there are no reflectors, no specific candela, ratings with these type of strobes, I'd imagine that you could probably use the ceiling to mount it, but also got these jumper wires or whatever they're called, which also came with my other fire alarm. Well, one of my other fire alarms, an MT. Oh, by the way, here's the manual in case y'all want to read this. If y'all want to get your hands on this manual, please let me know in the comments down below. And I also got the manual to one of my Gentex appliances. Y'all let me know in the comments down below if you want to see that. So I actually purchased 3 total MTs. This is my second one. It's the ceiling mount version of the Wheelock MT. It has a 75 candela strobe. I used to have a 1575 candela wall mount model with the same kind of strobe, basically. Unfortunately, I've been playing around back then with it a little too much, and one of the screws, it doesn't want to screw back onto the terminals. Now I've got it set to code 3, and then I'm going to set this one to code 3 because it's the norm. Here's a Cerberus Pyrotronics chime strobe. Older ADA model, I suppose. Yeah. Okay. I also used to own a Radionics horn strobe, which was a rebranded Wheelock AS horn strobe. Unfortunately, the 2 wires connecting the piezo speaker which is the horn, to the Strove circuit board. They got ripped out, and I tried to put on like some kind of UV light glue or whatever it's called, but you know what, it's not worth it. But oh well. So I abandoned those two alarms which I messed around with. So this is my second horn Strove, my second notification appliance actually. Ceiling mount Wheelock MT, which was also white, but now it's yellowed with age, unfortunately, as this one probably will in the future. This one was made in 1998, the second week of 1998. This is 94. 4-year difference. This one actually younger, but it's been with me longer than this is. Third notification appliance, Edwards Adaptahorn. 884. It's not diode polarized. It's actually an older model from about the 70s or 80s. I don't have a date code with me for this one, but it's probably from whatever era I've said. But yeah. System sensor L series ceiling mount horn Strove in white. PCW or PC2WL 2-wire. It's probably the most common fire alarm out there. My fifth notification appliance is Simplex 59AV horn Strove. Unfortunately, I don't have a fire alarm panel with me. This actually requires a Simplex ES fire alarm panel or something compatible with ES. So unfortunately, these are inherently addressable. Maybe in the future I'll you know, try to get my hands on one. But yeah. Hopefully I do. I also used to have a different pull station, which is kind of like this one, except a bit older. It used to have wires instead of just. It used to have just wires instead of terminals. Unfortunately, the wires, you know, fell off, and it is no longer operatable, and I had to abandon that one as well. So this is actually my second pull station I've ever bought. Here's the next notification appliance I bought is this one, a Simplex 4901-9817 horn, rebrand from Faraday. Rebrand of, rather. This screw was run here, but on the horn by itself, not the cover. The cover's not at fault. The screw hole on the horn by itself, like right here, it does not hold on to the screw. So I had to switch this to here, and because of that, I had to switch. This one also was kind of iffy. It held on okay, but not very good. But I had to switch this one to here as well. B did not hack the video editor 537 says hi. Sup, B? Yeah. So, older electromechanical horn strobes or horns powered by DC. This one's powered by AC, by the way. It just uses a magnetic coil which vibrates at, does this, does that. lifts itself up and down 60 times per second. So, now, older mechanical horns use some kind of resistor. I'm not sure what it is actually, which converts that energy into the coil, making it produce the same kind of effect except at a variable speed. This actually, Faraday actually uses a different type of mechanism, basically the same kind of thing, which by the way replaced their other horn, which did use a more traditional DC mechanism. But this one uses a circuit board to convert light into energy. I think it says a photoelectric. Uh, oh, whatever. Just be glad that I have one, is what I say to myself. Yeah, you see here, Cerberus Pyrotronics, chimes of the next of the appliances that I own. See how this screw is here, this screw is here? I had to switch these two screws from their original positions because they did not hold on very well right here, here. Yeah. Then, about 2 years ago, I bought a Gentex horn stove, a Commander 4 horn stove. It's field selectable tones. Well, there's only horn and steady tone or whatever it's called. No, not steady. 800 hertz. Or 1000 hertz. I forgot how many hertz, but that's not important right now. You could code it to code 3 or continuous / steady. But yeah, also you could change the candela tone as well. Yeah, pretty nice alarm. Manufactured in the United States, additionally. But yeah. I'm just going to kind of arrange in order of purchase that I bought these things in. Yeah. Left. Then after a long break, I bought a BG6, which is a really amazing find. Just pull it down. It uses hex key, something I never had before. I also bought myself a Gentex SHG with a newer tone, which does code 3. It says 2000. October 30th, 2000. And finally, before I go, Secutron bilingual horn stove, Spanish and English. Very hard to reset, but this is it. My final action. Thank you for watching.